This is not good. Something has just popped up on the Bitcoin chart, which has me a little bit worried. We could be in for a deeper pullback. We could be losing $40,000 here on Bitcoin. What does this mean for the Bitcoin price? Where could we be heading? I'm going to share my TA analysis with you and a lot more, but we have to kick off with the Fear and Greed Index, which just over a week ago was sitting at 76. Market was super euphoric, really excited, a lot of greed in the market. And what did I warn about? I warned about the post-ETF dump, which would take some of the excitement out of the market, and you're seeing that start to play out. Market is now sitting here at neutral, 52 here on the Fear and Greed Index, and now we're starting to flush out some of that greed, that speculation, that excitement from the market. Now, is that a good thing? Well, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I shared, sorry for it being in light mode, you guys know it should be in dark mode, but I had a bit of sun shining down in this room, so I had to put it in light mode, forgiveness. But if you take a look here, you can see here we're set at 52. Is it a bad thing? No. Whilst painful short term, long term, this is good to flush out greed and over leverage in the market. You have to remember, one of the things which holds back crypto from big moves to the upside is the leverage and the greed in the system. Anytime you're ready to move to the upside, there's a bunch of over leveraged long positions which need to get liquidated to take some of that greed out of the market. When you can finally get rid of some of that greed, then you have the impetus to have more sustained pumps to the upside. And this is one of the reasons why this is not necessarily a bad thing. Now, guys, if you want to actively trade with us, make sure you jump into our Telegram community, ijazcrypto.com/TG. I take long only, spot only trades. I'm not a degenerate. Everything is risk management. If you guys want to learn how to trade effectively, you're going to do so in our Telegram community. Now, guys, look at what I'm showing you right now. If you've taken my TA course, ijazcrypto.com/TA, again, link will be in the description. This is staring out at you, and this will give you sleepless nights right here in Bitcoin, because what you are watching here is known as bearish divergence. Now, why is this a problem? Well, first, what is bearish divergence? Price action is showing an upward trend. RSI, which is one of the key indicators you guys need to know if you want to become crypto traders, is moving to the downside. This is a downward trend. This creates a divergence. They're telling differing stories. And so what this normally precedes is price action either moving to the downside or at the very least going into a sideways trend. It tends to pre-indicate that the upwards momentum has stopped. So you can see this upward momentum here on Bitcoin has been going on since this phase. You can see a nice big move to the upside, but the RSI didn't follow. The RSI is moving to the downside. So I'm getting myself ready for a correction here to the downside. And where could that correction take you? Hold up. Are you tired of worrying about the security of your cryptocurrency transactions? In this crazy world that is crypto, protecting and preserving our digital assets is everything. And for that reason, I partner with NordVPN, the best VPN service for crypto traders. With NordVPN, you can be sure that your online transactions are completely secure and your identity is hidden from prying eyes. Their military-grade encryption technology makes sure that no one can access your data, even on public Wi-Fi networks, so you can trade with complete peace of mind anywhere, anytime. Guys, seriously, don't risk your hard-earned crypto and NFTs for the price of a coffee each month. They've also offered a free month and up to 60% off their plans. Oh, and they've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, seriously, it's a small price to play for a rapid, safe VPN. Definitely check it out. Links in the description. ijaz.uk/NordVPN. And let's get back into this video. Well, if you look at the current trend, we broke the trend line, right? We lost this trend line to the downside. Now you could be getting a retest and a fall back here to the downside. Well, where's the first natural point? The first natural point is the bottom of the trend line. And the bottom of the trend line brings you to 40,300, right? 40.3K here on Bitcoin. That's a decent fall. It's still $200 from where we're at currently. Well, the next major support comes in here. This was the pattern we consolidated in and broke out from. That line then brings you down to the 38,000 level, okay? So 38,000 is on the cards here, guys. That's what I'm saying based on this analysis. 38K is firmly on the cards that we could come here and look to try gather some support. That is not off the cards here on Bitcoin. So please watch out for this bearish divergence. It could lead to a very interesting retracement. Now, there's something else I want to share with you. And that is that Bitcoin right now, over the next 9 hours, is literally fighting for its life, right? Here on the daily chart, look at yesterday. You actually got a daily candle close yesterday, just ever so slightly below my EMA ribbon, as you can see there. This candle closed just below that EMA ribbon. But now we're getting a bounce. This is the final call for Bitcoin. If we close this candle down here, that's indicating a bigger fall to the downside here, and that's going to play out the price target towards 38, like I just shared with you. It's important that if we're going to save the day here, Bitcoin bounces. Even if it does bounce, it doesn't mean it's completely saved, because like I just shared with you, this could be a retest, and then we can get thrown down the day after. So, to save the day, Bitcoin has to finish in the green. We've got to start seeing a couple of days moving us here to the upside and breaking through 45 if we want to keep this uptrend. Do I think personally that's going to happen? My bias is with the bears here at this current point. That's my viewpoint on where I think the market's going. I have a feeling the bears are a little bit stronger right now. We've lost some of the momentum in terms of the ETF hype. We've lost some of the momentum in terms of inflation coming in quite hot last week. We know there's stuff going on in the Middle East, which could be affecting inflation as well, and that could be worrying some of the market participants as well. Now, it's important to remember, traditional markets are closed today, right? It's a holiday, so traditional markets are closed, so Bitcoin is moving on its own accord. It hasn't got direction like it normally gets from the S&P or the NASDAQ. So it's choosing to have a green day here today, but remember, it might be a little bit too little, too late here for Bitcoin. We may be getting a deeper pullback. Now, when we get that pullback, where do we start to look for support? Well, you guys know I like to move up the time frame, and I move up to the weekly chart. And when you look at the weekly chart, things don't look as scary, do they? I mean, that pullback I just suggested there, which could be down to 38,000, still doesn't even bring you into your EMA ribbon. It makes the chart look far more healthy though, right? Having a pullback here into the EMA ribbon, that's not too bad, is it? That's not too shabby if it wants to come here and then try work its way up. In the long, great scheme of things, are we really bothered? I mean, when I zoom out like this and show it to you like that, is it really that much of a big deal when we've had such an extended move to the upside? We've not had any consolidation here. So, do not be surprised to see if we don't start falling a bit of a falling wedge pattern coming into the EMA ribbon, and then we can look to catch that on the breakup for the next leg to the upside. Overall, I'm still bullish this market over the medium to long term, right? The spot ETF news is huge. The market outlook is looking positive. We should be getting rate cuts from the US Federal Reserve this year as well. Things are much better than they have been in previous years. So, you know, by no means do I think we're going to have a continuation of a bear market. No, but it's okay to have pullbacks in the upward trend. And I think that's what this might be, our first major pullback of this cycle, bringing us back into trend, getting a bit of a pullback, and then I can look for entries at this support. Now, on the daily chart, I'm happy to nibble. Like I said, I'm happy to add to my DCA positions in the EMA ribbon here, but where I really start to ape in and get in my bigger positions is if we ever see this weekly EMA ribbon again. If we touch 37,000, I really want to be going in a lot heavier if we come into this EMA ribbon. For me, that would present a really nice opportunity for me to add to my long-term bags, not just for Bitcoin, but some of my favorite altcoins in that moment as well. Interesting to note here that Bitcoin dominance is stalling a little bit here today. Of course, last week was a very powerful week for altcoins relative to Bitcoin, and the week previously, of course, Bitcoin had its green candle here. So we want to see what happens here. Does dominance bounce, and does it start to work its way up towards the 59-60% level? That's going to be important for us to watch as well. Now, I'm again actively trading. I've got 5 or 6 trades open right now. If you guys want to learn exactly how am I trading this market, how did I manage to do over 375% spot returns in December, and we're on track already for a really strong January as well, then make sure you're in our Telegram community, ijazcrypto.com/TG. That's where you're going to meet like-minded people. That's where you're going to see my TA analysis and see which altcoins I'm eyeing up for my next entries. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.